Hey guys, this is Deeflash and we're back with another video. This week we're going to take a look at phaser and how we can use it on a track to give it a different feel and effect. So what we're going to do is we're going to play around with this track by Dave Richards called Leprechaun. It's the Kevin O'Neill remix. So let's play through it and take a look at it, and then we'll put the phaser on it.
Casting a shadow from the other limb.
This was our spells right here. This is a special leprechaun flute. This has been passed down from thousands of years ago from my great-great-grandfather who was Irish. I'm just
Okay.
up out.
So this is the track, and what we're going to do is we're going to put the phaser on it.
I'm just getting stuff out.
And we'll turn on this for now, and we'll set it up to just loop the break or the intro to start. Now what the phaser is it's a series of filters, and what they do is they actually end up flipping the waveform so that you end up getting a phasing effect. So you have different controls. You have your poles, which is how many notches the filters have, and then you have your frequency, which controls the cutoff of those filters. And then your feedback controls the intensity of those filters and how much of the effect is where the peak, how much of the peaks in the notches of those filters are. And then your earth and space is the color of the filters, and you can turn that all the way up or down. And space is just on or off. And then your envelope is how much effect is applied when it kicks in, based on the signal coming in, and then you can control the attack and the release of the effect. And then you have your LFO, which is similar to the other Ableton devices. You have your different shapes and the amount, and then your rate, and then your phase. So let's turn on the track and we'll play around with this a bit. So first we'll adjust the dry wet so you can start hearing it. Now that's with the feedback all the way up. Right now you can hear just the filters. And we'll adjust the envelope. You hear how it's flipped now. We'll adjust the feedback a bit more. And here comes the LFO. And with your LFO, you actually have two LFOs. You have a left and a right. So right now the phase is set to 180. So you have your left running completely opposite to the right. So when the LFO on the left goes up, the right goes down, and vice versa. Your rate controls the speed, and you can beat sync that. And then, like I said, you have your dry wet. And your poles is how many notches you have in those filters. It kind of controls the intensity of the filter. Okay, and now let's just put it over a break and you can hear how it sounds with that.
This was our scales right here. This is a special leprechaun flute. This has been passed down from thousands of years ago from my great-great-grandfather who was Irish. I just came to help out. I just came to help out. I just came to help out.
You hear how, because we turned the phase to 0, you've got the LFO going completely on and then completely off, because we set it to square. And that's phaser. So if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. If you also have any comments about how you use it, I'd like to know that. So if you could just leave those in the comments. I'm always looking for interesting ways to use these effects to get a different sound. And make sure you subscribe and check out the rest of the videos. Thanks again.
This was our scales right here. This is a special leprechaun flute.